back to the channel, people. Rivals until death. We have a few members from the channel. We have Carlisle. We have Andrew.
Big
guys,
big up.
let's talk about the Premier League and the Premier League games that passed. And if you guys want to talk about the Champions League, only one fan here I feel like we talk about. At least two fans out here I feel like we talk about the Champions League. That's that. I only talk to people
Yeah,
who's
man,
in the
more.
Champions League. You get what I'm saying? If you're not in the Champions League, don't talk about the Champions League.
Man, throwing shade.
Yeah, but Carlisle, what are your thoughts on the Premier League games that went past season?
We're the champions, bro. That's my thoughts.
Yeah,
That's my
where I went
thoughts
to you first,
on the game. But the thoughts on the game is the Premier League's over. So you get me. Right now, I've been partying all weekend, bro. Do you get me? Celebrating 26th of May. I'm going to the parade. But on a serious note, the battle for Europe, the other European places, is still very, very tough. A lot of teams are in it. I think Chelsea started to play some good football. We gave them 3 points.
Hold up. I think you're trying to get away from the point that we're trying to make. We're talking about the Premier League game. So we're talking about the Chelsea-Liverpool game. What are your thoughts on the Chelsea-Liverpool game?
We gave Chelsea 3 points.
I don't see it that way, you know.
How can you not see? How many changes did we make?
Yeah,
Liverpool have won the league, bro. It's
yeah,
like
but
in 20,
look how many
in 20
guys you brought on in the second half. The first name players.
just to give them runouts, bro. We don't care. Even Slot said it. It shows how much our players have been drinking. He said it shows how hard the players partied.
Yeah,
we've won the league, bro.
They are like, even though they started in that game, they already won the title. So
we've won the league. The players have switched off.
Intense.
So this is the thing. I'm not saying that you haven't won the title. Kudos to you. You've won the title. I'm talking about the game. The game that I've watched, Chelsea dominated the whole game, and it's not like you didn't have first team. You're
not listening to them. It don't matter if they're first team or not. The players have switched off. We've won the league. We just played the game just to play the formality. They're not playing because we need these points. So there's no competition there. We switched off. You can see the players are switched off, bro.
Okay, so Chelsea fan, Jason, that's how you see it too?
Yes, but we still have to give my team credit because of the performance. I still have to give us credit, but obviously they're not going to take the game as serious. But we still have to give us credit in the fact that they still started a couple star players, and we played well. But I'm not going to brag about it because they won the league, so they're not going to take it as serious.
Yeah, I get that, but I've watched the game and I don't see nowhere in that game that even
over my
against Chelsea. Cole Palmer in that game, tremendous. For me, the player in that game that I've liked was Romeo Lavia. Romeo Lavia looked brilliant in the game.
It's just keeping him fit. If we can't keep him fit, you're gonna always see a different Chelsea.
Yeah. Andrew, what are your thoughts on that game?
Well, based on the changes made, I could say that Liverpool didn't really care if them did win or lose, because they've already win the league. Yeah, so I think they played very casual, but Chelsea did still play good, get a good run out. Cole Palmer was very good to me still. Very brilliant performance on the day. That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, any more points you want to add on to that, Kyle?
No, it's pretty much the same sentiment that I got as well.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I want to ask you about. What about the challenge that Virgil van Dijk made on Lavia? You thought that was a red card?
I'll tell you the truth here. Yeah. I'll be totally honest. When that game was being played, I was at a day party with 2 gal. So I ain't seen none of it. I haven't watched the highlights, nothing.
So you haven't seen no clips or no...
I've seen like the goals and that's about it. I've seen the goals and that's about it.
Yeah.
But like I said...
My thoughts on that challenge, that's a clearly red card. Once again, Virgil van Dijk getting away with murder again.
Yeah, that was a tough.
On to that game, that same game. we've seen that Trent Alexander-Arnold have come out, made a video saying that he's finally gonna leave. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
We've discussed this before, and as I said, I have no ill will towards Trent whatsoever. He's given us 20 years. He's won everything with Liverpool. Yes, we should have got a fee for him, but that's also down to the administration of the club, because usually the club starts renegotiating 18 months before a contract ends. They allowed Trent's contract to run all the way down. They didn't start negotiations prior. So they allowed it to run down, allowed Real Madrid to come in and say, bro, if you let us get you for free, you're going to get a payday and you're coming Real Madrid. So Liverpool's admin has to shoulder some of the blame too. Do you get me? So I wish him well,
But
man.
you think you made it easy for them because obviously it's important for the team who want to negotiate early. So them so like lackadaisical for that.
I'll tell you what was happening. They were restructuring up top. So remember, Michael Edwards had quit, and then we had got someone else. But then Edwards came back in a different role, and then we got Hughes from Bournemouth. So all the people that dealt with that kind of stuff was going through a transition. So that's partially why as well.
Yeah, and you feel like you should go out in the market next season to grab a right back, or you feel like the guy that you have now.
We're gonna need a backup, but I fully feel that Connor Bradley deserves his chance to stake his claim for that position, and I think Connor will do extremely well.
I feel like he would perform good for Liverpool. I don't feel like you guys should go out there.
We're still gonna need a backup, because if Trent goes, we're gonna be light on that side. We're gonna need someone else as a backup, but I think Connor should definitely get the chance to hold that position.
Yeah, well, when me think, I thought from Trent knew that Real Madrid wanted him, he just took his mind off Liverpool. So I think whether they would have came in earlier to start the negotiations, I still think he would have went for Real Madrid at the end of the day. He wanted to be there.
Yeah. Because I remember them saying that they offered him contract and he turned it down twice.
Right.
That was towards the latter stages.
Yeah.
But what you have to remember,
that's
when
team already lack defensive players, I got another not defensive player to put in your defense. That should not make no sense.
Yeah.
Remember, Real Madrid signed Galacticos, so they're signing the name. They're looking at shirt sales and all that kind of stuff. Signing Trent is more off the field boost than on the field for them, I believe.
Yeah. Let's move on to another big game.
That makes sense.
Arsenal played Bournemouth.
Yeah,
Arsenal played Bournemouth. Bournemouth won 2-1.
2-1.
My thoughts on that game is I don't get why we started so much first name player. Yeah, we played well up until Declan Rice came off. He was the only outstanding player to me on that field. Martin Odegaard again, no way to be seen. Saka, you can see that Saka his mind wasn't there. His mind was about the Champions League. Majority of the players minds always about the Champions League, honestly. Yeah, what are you talking
for me, I'm not disappointed. I thought that so many first team players shouldn't play because we already lose the season, bro. Let us rest these players to go focus more on the Champions League.
Yeah.
We shouldn't start so much first team players. That's just it for me. We were more focused on trying to surpass PSG to the final. So I can't say too much bad about the team for that game.
Yeah, what are you talking?
Season done.
My thoughts is similar to everyone else's thoughts. It makes no sense starting a full fit starting level after starting players. But my question is, how do you guys about the minutes that he's giving anyone here. Or you guys' reaction about that?
All right, this is
Knowing
my
that
take on it.
Odegaard,
Good
This is
question.
my
I'm
take
glad
on
you
that.
bring up that.
You said. This is my take on it. What you said. I feel like he should be getting more minutes. Yes, but I understand the reason why he's playing Saka more minutes because Saka hasn't been
no, but
playing in a
our
while.
player, he can play more than just right wing. He can play midfield as well. And
Yeah,
we
that's
can
why he
play
came
midfield.
on.
Yes.
That's why he came on for Odegaard. My only problem with Arteta's decision on making him playing less minutes is because he's playing Raheem Sterling instead of Ethan Wanier. I don't want to see Raheem
Yeah,
Sterling play at all.
because
I don't want to see Raheem
you
Sterling
guys
get
are
no
PSG
minutes.
coming up. It's the perfect match for him to get like 75 minutes. Play
Yeah.
him.
And that's the only problem I had with the Ethan Wanier situation. What are your
My
thoughts on the game?
Yeah.
my thoughts is, again, I agree with everyone. Sometimes I think Arteta thinks he's smarter than the average bear because there was no reason for him to play pretty much a full strength team against Bournemouth. PSG rested 9 or 10 players, bro.
Yeah, but they lost too.
They lost, but they rested. They won the important game. That's what I'm saying. He
Yeah.
played. You lot lost, and you played first teamers, which took energy out of them. Then still went into tonight and lost again. They lost their game, yes, but they came out and won tonight. That could have been the small margins in European football, bro. You know this. It's
Yeah.
small margins.
Yep.
Yeah, blood. What are your thoughts on? I've seen a lot of other fans saying that we should look for another manager. What are your thoughts on that? You think we need another manager?
Boy,
No, definitely no. I'm going to give Arteta one more season.
Yeah,
One
that's
more. For
what that's
me,
what I was thinking.
one more season.
I've,
And if
I've,
he can't bring home and take up one more season, he should go. He should go.
you know
One
what?
more season. One more
Bringing
season.
bringing a new manager is sticky because you could go from bad to worse. I do also feel he should get another transfer window. He should get a season, but again, you have to look at it.
Yeah.
Why a lot of the fans are frustrated because even now on TikTok, Arsenal fans are going mad. Remember, he spent 700 million, bro. That's not a little bit of money in 5 years, and you haven't even won a League Cup.
Yeah,
He won the FA Cup
this
in
is
his
my
first
take,
year,
bro.
but to be fair, people are attributing that FA Cup win to Emery's team and to Emery.
That's not Emery's.
Bro, that's what I'm just repeating what I'm seeing pundits and stuff are attributing it to.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah, this is my take on that situation. There's nowhere we should be looking for a new manager. You have to give the manager one more season. Reason being,
Yeah.
look from what we was coming from to where we're at now. We're challenging for titles. This is what if we come second this season, it's gonna be our third season coming second, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like this guy didn't win a trophy. He won a trophy. Arguably the second best manager in the league. Am I lying?
What's the top
Yeah.
one?
Yeah,
Ain't no second best manager.
I feel like a lot of fans do this for clicks and likes.
Arguable.
Bro, how? Second best manager on what merit?
He's arguably the second best manager in
On
the
what
league.
merit? Because he's finished second a couple times.
This is his third season, bro, coming second. He won a trophy. What more you want from him, man?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the league, Kyla. I'm
But-
not talking about no
I am
Champions
talking.
League
I'm
We're
talking about the
Premier
league too.
League here.
So you don't
Aye.
feel that the mere fact that Slots come in his first season and won the league, it doesn't elevate him above Arteta.
Slop came in with world class. This is the problem.
That's
with
not
Slop.
what you lot were saying at the
Hold
beginning of the season.
up.
That's
Slop
not
came in
what you
with
lot were saying at the
world-class
beginning of
players.
the season. What world class? World class who? We were finished, remember?
And this is the
We were
problem
finished.
that
Our
we
team was
have with
done.
fans. Hold up. This is the problem that we
No,
have with
don't.
fans
Our
like
team
you.
was
Hold
done.
up.
You spent
Let me
700
finish,
million, bro. So you ain't got world class players. When you were sending people to steal the players' wallets in the off season and doing all this nonsense, they weren't world class.
Let me finish. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. This is the problem that I have with fans like you, you know. Y'all quick to start, forget what the guy have did to somebody who just came in. Arteta have been here for how long now? What, 5 seasons? This guy
5 years.
this guy came second 3 times now in the league. Club
Yeah.
just came in, bro. Wait until
And won.
they have
That's
this
the
much
point.
games.
He just
And this
came
much
in.
years in it.
Hold
For
on,
you to
hold
jump
on,
and say he's better
hold
than
on. All right.
Arteta. You have to
Hold
wait,
on,
bro.
hold on. 5 years and
Won
come
the
second. Hold
league.
on. 5, Jason, hold on. Let me say something. Let me make a point
Yeah.
to Tony, yeah? 5 years, 700 million pounds spent, yeah? And came second 3 times.
Yeah.
1 year, 12 million spent on Chiesa and won the league.
And you're
What
right.
CV sounds better?
You're right. Hold up. Watch what I'm gonna say now.
Bro,
What
man,
position?
already.
Hold up. What
Alright.
position you guys came last season?
Third.
Wasn't you challenging for the league?
Wasn't we what?
Challenging for the league.
No, we fell off from January or February.
It was 3 horse race teams challenging for the league, and you fell off in January.
We fell off in January, so it was really just you and City.
It was a 3 horse race, bro.
It was not a 3-horse race, bro.
Yes,
lot
it
were
was.
laughing
Carla,
at us
you was lead. Hold up, you was leading
when
the
Salah and
league.
them lot got injured and Sobersley and we beat Chelsea in February.
How long was you
for the
on
League
top
Cup.
of the league? How long you was on top of the league?
What, about a month?
No, you was on the top of the league from the starting of the league up until January.
No, we weren't from the start.
Yes,
we weren't
you
from
was,
the
bro.
start. We
Yes,
were top.
you was.
We went top from about maybe December, November time, and then we fell off back in January.
Like I said, it was
And then
a
we never
3 horse
went
race.
top again. We were third. We finished how many points behind you last season?
Hold up. It was a 3 horse race. And for a fact, you guys won the league with Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mo Salah, Robinson. Hasn't all these guys in your squad still?
They're finished, remember? We're not in the mix, remember,
Oh,
Tony?
they're finished.
Do you remember that
They win
statement?
the league now.
Hold
How
on. Jason. Jason is my
they win the
witness.
league now.
Jason. Are Liverpool trying to be in the mix at the beginning of the season? Yes or no? Were Liverpool trying to be in the mix at the beginning of the season? We're not in the mix, remember?
Every season Liverpool trying to be in the mix.
No, Tony. We were in the mix. You crowned yourself champion before the season even kicked off, and you said Liverpool are nobodies. Klopp's gone. We are finished. Van Dijk is finished. Salah's finished because Salah played shit towards the end of last season. Let's not forget, we never had a defensive midfielder. Let's not forget, Szoboszlai was finished. He weren't good. Let's not forget, I think probably the only player you rated in our midfield was McAllister, bro.
I said
McAllister was the only person you gave rating.
Hold up. I said Szoboszlai wasn't good, right?
Yes.
Jason, what your thoughts on that? Haven't I big up Szoboszlai a lot of times on our channel?
During the season now, but at the beginning of the season, were you bigging him up?
Even before.
Were you bigging him up? You were not bigging up Szoboszlai at the beginning of the season, bro.
He could tell you. You know he could tell you too. From ever since I've always liked Szoboszlai, bro. He has a shot on him. The only person I don't like in your midfield, I didn't put a lot of respect on in your midfield is McAllister.
Arteta sack point.
What?
Yeah.
I go back to the Arteta sack point if they begin.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, you just say you want to go back to.
Why your thoughts?
As I said, before I can even say anything about him, first I have to give him credit for actually make them actually like challenging again. So first, I have to get credit for that. But the level where he bring this team pan, he has proved years after years say he cannot pass that level. So yes, he can get credit for actually giving them good style of play and actually competing. But let's say he hasn't won the Premier League. Let's say he has won the Champions League. At least challenge for FA Cup, at least challenge for League Cup. To me, he has proved that he can only bring a team too far. Yes, if you give him next season, yes, you're going to come top four. But no, you're not going to win another title with him as a manager. You're not going to win another title.
You said challenge for the FA Cup. This guy won the FA Cup. He won it.
With a team that Emery brought into the and he came there and he finished the job.
Did Emery won it?
He inherited Emery's team. He came in during Emery's time.
He got fired.
Well,
and it's the same situation with Klopp. with Klopp and Slot.
I see. All right.
Who
And that me
what's
just
wrong
did I
with
go
these
say.
guys, man?
Slot inherits club team. So,
And
but
win
But
the
club
you
league.
won the
lot
league
said
this season
Klopp's
then.
team was finished. David Moyes
No, no, no. I
David
hear.
Moyes inherited Fergie's team. What did he win?
These guys, man. It's the
All
same
right. So
situation with
this
Klopp and
this
Slot, bro. It's
wait,
the same
wait,
situation.
wait. Wait. You said Slot inherit a good team. Okay, let's say that's the facts. Yes,
It's
but
not, let's
didn't
say,
you
that
guys
is the fact.
It,
It
always
is the
have
fact.
the idea that the title is either going Arsenal or City?
Repeat what you said.
yes.
Yes, him get a club team, right? But isn't the idea of the start of the season is Arsenal or City title? Wasn't
100%.
that everybody
Yes.
opinion?
Yes. We said
Yes.
yes.
So why
Yes.
not try
Yes.
downplay the manager? No,
Who is done
give him any
playing?
credit, bro.
Nobody's done
We
playing
not
Slot
don't play
or
him.
Slot.
We not
Nobody's
don't
done
play him.
playing this guy.
We not don't play him.
We're
We are
saying it's
just
the
saying
same
that him
situation.
inherit club team.
So
I
I
see him
say
situation.
that by saying no, I don't play slot credit.
Again, there's only one fan that's here that can come out and say they're the only one who predict Liverpool to win the league, and that's Carlisle. Everybody else predict
No,
Arsenal to win the league
I didn't
or Man
predict
City to win
I
the
didn't
league.
predict us to win the league. I
Yeah,
never
that's what I'm
thought
saying. You're the only fan.
I didn't
Everybody
think we
else
would win.
predict Arsenal or Man City. Am I lying? You're the
I
only one who
predicted
said
Man
that.
City to win the league.
Huh?
I didn't think we would win the league. I thought Man City would win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I didn't,
but
bro.
you
I'm
told us that
realistic,
Liverpool.
bro.
You
At
said
the
that
beginning of
Liverpool
the
was going to win
season,
it.
I liked how Slot looked. I did my research on him because I didn't really know him when we hired him, and saw the style of football he played, and I said, you know what, I like this manager. I think he's gonna do bits for us, but I didn't actually think we would win the league. I know we would be top 4, but I didn't think we would win the league. So that's why even when people are like, "Oh, Liverpool were top," you lot of this, and I was like, "We're not even celebrating it." I remember I was always calm throughout the season. I'm like, "I'm not celebrating because we're not supposed to be here."
Yeah.
Do you get me? I never thought we would win. I thought Slot would do well, and I thought it might take him a season or so to really start. You get me? Put it, but he surprised me.
Yeah, then this is my point, Carl. Like, I'm not coming on here to downplay Slot management, that what he did with the squad. Yes, but I'm saying that he inherit a good squad. That's all I'm saying.
No, but you
That's
see,
all.
you know the reason. No, I'm not denying that fact either. But the reason why I'm like, you know what, I take it with a pinch of salt when people say that, because nobody, and I mean nobody at the beginning of the season pushed that narrative that he's inherited a good squad. Because remember, Van Dijk's 33. Salah is in his mid-30s too now. Yeah? Everyone was saying they're finished. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Remember the season before, Liverpool bought what? Endo. Remember, that's the season we lost the 2 players to Chelsea. People were saying we're finished. Players don't want to come to us. Zubimendi, we tried to get him. We didn't get him. People don't want to come to us. Everyone was like, Liverpool are falling apart. That was the narrative. So now that Liverpool won, everyone's trying to switch it to, oh, we inherited a world-class squad. No one was calling these players world-class in the beginning. If people were saying that in the beginning, I would accept that.
Carla, when they said no one, who are you talking? You're talking people from here?
Pundits, you lot, everybody that I talk to.
Who? Name names. You're talking about us, like me and Blood?
You, Andrew, the pundits over here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm talking about every football people that I
Saying,
see, including
saying
you
what?
guys.
Saying that Liverpool don't have no world-class player, they fall off?
All right.
Saying that they're falling off. Yeah, that we're finished.
What I was saying
Hold
at the start of this.
on. So,
What
you're hearing what this guy is saying, right? You're literally saying that you feel like you didn't have world-class players. Look how much time you see me sing praise about Salah. You see me sing praise about Trent. You see me sing praise about Robertson.
Bro,
Van Dijk.
at the beginning of the season, you lot said we were finished. Am I wrong or right? Did you not say Liverpool was finished?
This guy, man. How can I say these guys are not world-class players? These guys won a Premier League. These guys won a Champions League. What are you talking about?
You said what? So players don't age and fall off.
Yeah, and these guys.
Robertson ain't world class no more.
He is in my eye. He is.
No, he's not. Robertson's made the most mistakes and cost us so many goals this season. That's why Liverpool need a left back. Robertson.
Right, to stir up back the pot, right? So, from an Arsenal point of view, what you guys talked about earlier, finishing second, third, 3 times in a row, better than actually winning the title. So Mikel is still technically better than Slot.
Yeah,
basically what you're saying.
Better
than a winner.
Yes, all right. Watch this.
So
bro.
I said, only that I was earlier. Mikel Mikel coming second 3 times in a row, better than Slot finishing first in a season. He said Mikel better than him as a manager.
How? This guy won league. He came in and he won league. You're still not getting what people are saying, Jason. This guy came in and he won the league, right? We're just saying that you can't put him up against an Arteta who's been in the league for how long and grab the squad from scratch and put the squad where it is. And this guy is competing.
He hasn't won anything, bro. What are you talking about?
So there we go again. He hasn't won anything. So I'm guessing he didn't win the FA Cup again.
Okay, he won the FA Cup. Okay, yeah. Has he won the league?
Alright, where man I say, brother? Hold on. I'm break down where man I say, brother. What we are say? Slot just come in our league. He get a good team from club. He use the team. He win the league. Arteta been there in our league. I compete. You will see where Arteta can do. You see what he's capable of. Not because Slot win the league.
All
right, hold on. Jason, let me say something. Andrew, when you're done, let me say something.
What if?
All right, let me say something. Let me say something.
What if
you lot, all right.
Hold on, man.
Sorry.
Let him finish.
Hold on. What if Slot fall off next season? What are you guys going to say? Yeah?
All right.
Slot fall off next season, what are we going to say?
Won a Premier League and have won any. That's what I'm going to say.
Hold on. Let me say my thing, yeah? Now, you lot are talking like Arsenal was Wolverhampton Wanderers when Arteta took over. Arsenal were still a top side. Don't act like they were Wolverhampton Wanderers. You might not have made the Champions League for a couple years, but you were still a big team. You still had, hold on, let me finish. You still had players like Aubameyang. Do you get me? You had big strikers, you had top team players.
And my take is this.
So
we had all those players,
hold on, Tone. Hold on. You lot were not a dead team. So don't act like Arteta came in, took over a dead team, and made you title challengers. You had a team that was expected to be challenging anyway. You were spending money. You were spending more money than the Klopp was spending at Liverpool during this period of time.
Okay, so that team, hold on. That team that you said we had, what position was that team coming?
It doesn't matter. You were still a big side spending money.
Remember,
you were still a big side spending money.
Remember, we had most.
What is my question is? What is a better achievement? What is a better achievement? One FA Cup in 5 years or one Premier League in 1 year? What is a better achievement overall?
One Premier League in 1 year, bro. Obviously.
Man, ask some dumb question, better. That's a dumb question.
It's a rightful question.
No, because you still not get a point, bro. You still not get a point.
He's a Chelsea fan. He's never gonna get a point, bro. Let's move on. Talk about the Champions League, Carl, because I'm not sure what I want to talk about. Let's talk about the Champions League.
The only thing I've got to say for the Champions League is you'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that.
Yeah. You can understand that. You can understand that. You won it. What, 6 times, right?
6 times, bro.
Yeah, you have a lot of. You could say whatever you want to say. You won it 6 times. You've been in the competition, so I don't know.
Yeah, man, bragging rights. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with you saying it. You have been in the competition this season, so I don't have a problem with you saying it, and you won it too.
Bro,
For the two leg of the games though, I feel like Paris Saint Germain have been the better team for both legs.
Yeah, Paris have been the
Um,
better team. I think Paris has made themselves favourites to win it. If I'm not, if
Yeah.
disappointed still.
I
I'm
think
actually disappointed.
Arteta set up.
Lo-
Mm.
losing to PSG, I'm very disappointed because they beat them earlier on. But they expect for use but the same little momentum they coming off, knocking out, Real Madrid. May I say yes, we can knock out that side there, but you know, going next way. I think party having party out of the first leg was a huge blow to us.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, that was a very huge blow to us. I thought if we did have party for play the first leg, we would have might have a 1-0 lead from home or we draw. We would have like better chance going into the second leg. But for this game today, we needed to score first. We didn't. We started out on top. May I say yes, it looked like we are gonna take the league, but the moment Ruiz scored, it just killed our spirit. The
you
goal,
know,
Yeah.
the fact that we scored first there, it just killed the whole game. So from that, it was over from the first goal, really.
Yeah,
I
but
think
I wouldn't even say it was over from the first leg. For me, both legs, I feel like they perform better than us.
I say it was over from the first leg because what you have to remember, you lot are going back to the Parc de France. You mean you're going back to their home. Arsenal should have ensured that they didn't lose at their ground at the minimum. Losing at home killed it.
I
Because the
wouldn't say
pressure, the pressure, the pressure was always going to be on you because you had to come out and attack in this leg. And
I
the
wouldn't say
attack
that.
that Paris has, I never saw you lot going out there and coming back with a clean sheet.
I wouldn't say that because a one goal lead is not disbelievable for somebody to
I'm not
score.
saying it's hard. I'm not saying it's disbelievable. What I'm saying is the mere fact that it was on you lot to come and attack them at their ground. You
Yeah,
have
and
to remember
we did that for the
atmosphere and
first
stuff.
15 minutes. We had
You
multiple
did,
times in the
yeah,
second
and
leg.
I know you did. And that's what I'm saying. But that's why the pressure was on you, and it's easier for them to just counter attack and score one and then kill you lot off. That kills your confidence.
Yeah,
Even if you
because
start well, once they got that first goal, that you can see that sucked the life out of Arsenal.
yeah, in this game, the second leg game, all they did was lay back and wait on the counter. That's what killed us in the second leg.
That's the point I'm trying to make, bro. So that's what I'm saying. They didn't have to do nothing but counter and wait. Then that's exactly what they did. Because
Yeah.
they came there with the lead and it's at their home ground. So they're letting you lot come at them to know that when it's time to counter, they just spring an attack and score.
Yeah, play. That's what I said. Both games, I'll give it to them, and the better team won. So what you thought? What your thoughts on who you feel like is gonna win it now? It's Barca. Barca win out. It's gonna be Inter and
Inter and Paris, I think Paris is going to
Paris.
win it.
Who you for?
I think Paris is going to win it.
I don't see it that way. I feel like Inter is gonna win.
I think my money's on Paris, man.
Blood, what you thought?
Paris have the better, but the chemistry with Inter Milan have right now, I feel say the chemistry are gonna bring them through.
I don't know, man. I just feel like Inter have a better defense, and
Oh,
Paris can't
yeah, you hear me?
really defend like that. Yeah, we're hearing you.
Yeah, man. Car.
Yeah, what you thought, Blood, on the finals? Who you feel like is gonna win?
Pen, man.
Blood gone again.
And you chip out again, yeah.
Yo. Now
Yeah,
you hear me?
brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, good. Finals. But feel like Inter. Yeah. I think Inter gonna win.
What are your thoughts on the
Look like I'm
Barca?
gone again.
guys.
Come on, bro.
The underthoughts on what?
Barca Inter game.
It was a good game. Very, very. I think Simone Inzaghi surprised me. It's the first time I've really watched his team and the tactics and stuff that he did. I was very impressed the way he changed it up and whatever. But I kind of thought Inter would win because Barcelona's defense just ain't good enough. Barcelona's attack amazing, but the defense is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get me? I think their defense is terrible. But it was a good game. It was an entertaining game of football.
Yeah, blood, we are here.
Why hear me?
We hearing you.
Why hear me?
We're hearing you. Look like he's not hearing us.
Blood, look at Jamaica Wi-Fi.
Why hear me?
Blood, we are here, brother.
Yo, man, I hear nothing.
For me, in that game, Carlisle, I feel like that's one of the best Champions League game I've ever seen.
Yeah, my God, mute.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah,
It's up there.
Yo, now you hear me?
Yes, blood, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, now you hear me?
Yeah.
Man, I hear no. Man, I hear no.
Jump out.
Hear no.
Make him jump out. And jump back in. Boy, blood, I'm mad boy.
Yeah, it was a good game though. It was no night in Barcelona, but it was a good game.
Mm.
Tony, I have a question for you.
Hold on, let me text blood and tell him to jump back in.
Yeah.
Let me tell him to jump back in.
Yeah, text him.
Yeah. Yeah, where you sit down, Jason? What's your question?
In terms of best players in the world, where do you rank Yamal?
Still not here.
Top 10, top 15, top 5?
In the world, he's in the top 5. 100% he's in the top 5.
Agree.
I feel like anybody who
this
wants
Champions League,
who would have put him in top 5? He's literally carrying
this
his
Champions League campaign. This Champions League campaign actually move him high in the ranks. In then the money.
The boy is cold. Some things I saw him do yesterday, I was like, at 17, bro, the boy is cold.
This is my problem with the situation. With a lot of fans I've seen going around talking about it. They making it seems like he's the only 17-year-old in the team performing like that. He's performed better than Mbappe when Mbappe was 17. No, when Mbappe was 17, Mbappe was doing way more things than him.
How do you work that one out?
Gone blank, bro.
We literally see Mbappe grab certain games by hand, big name games we are talking about. We're not talking about
But Yamal's doing the same thing right now.
Yeah, but we see Mbappe did it more.
More how? Look at the amount of goals and stuff Yamal scored, and Yamal's played 100 games at 17. Huh?
So Carla, what you trying to say that
the fact that Mbappe was a better.
That was better than Mbappe when Mbappe was 17.
To be fair, yeah, I don't like when people compare different kind of players, because to me Mbappe was a striker. When he was at Monaco,
what you talking about? Was a striker what? Where?
He was through the middle at Monaco.
Mbappe was playing on the wing too, bro.
Not at Monaco. At Monaco. Mbappe was playing through the middle.
Mbappe was on the wing.
But either way, I still feel like at this age, what Yamal's doing, you get me? This Mbappe comparison anyway, I don't even think it is necessary. Do you get me? Because I'm just talking about Lamar at 17 now.
It is necessary.
Why?
Wait.
One team, Mike.
Same
World Cup until he can win a World Cup at 18, like what Mbappe did. At 18, Mbappe did win a World Cup.
Yeah, about that. 18, yeah.
If he can do that, would I give him? But nah, fam.
You get me?
It's not even that.
I'm so talking.
It's not even a World Cup thing. I've seen Mbappe do it more than this kid. I'm not taking nothing away from this kid. He's good, but he's not on Mbappe level when Mbappe was 17. For me, that's how I see it. I've literally watched Mbappe. I will see Mbappe go up against City when City
Nah,
was
here.
on top of the world. And we watch this guy dominate. He grabbed the game by his hand and dominate. Even in that same Inter game, you telling me that last chance that Yamal got, he shouldn't score that goal?
Bro, all I'm gonna say is I watched Yamin Yamal at 16 at the Euros do bits. Do you get me? 16
Yeah.
years old, helped to carry Spain to the victory in the European Championships. That my rating for him went up from then. Do you get me?
Yeah.
16. Let's not forget he was 16 years old. Man was in high school.
So would you agree with the fans then, though, that was saying he was even better than Messi at 17, better than Ronaldo at
You know what? I
17?
don't agree with none of that because you know what it is. Nowadays, football fans talking too much absolutes. I appreciate Yamal for what he's doing now. I'm not trying to compare him to Messi. I wasn't trying to compare him to Mbappe. I'm only even having this conversation because we're having this conversation.
That's what they're
Do you get me?
doing. But I have a problem with. You know what I say?
They're talking into. I'm appreciating Yamal for Yamal. I'm watching Yamal on what he's doing now and knowing that his age and what he's doing. I'm not trying to come. I'm not even trying to think back to when Messi was flipping. I don't remember what Messi was doing at 16. I don't even think Messi really
He
came
was
on the
barely
scene
doing
at
anything
16.
at 16. He was barely doing anything at Yamal's age. The only player you can compare to Yamal at 17 was Pele. Pele won the World Cup at like what, 18, 17 years old. So if you're thinking about Mbappe, Messi, Yamal's doing something that no one has been doing, since those early days. So it's new, it's different, and I could say he's one of the best in the world, but at the same time, you're playing on a position where it's exciting. People are seeing what you're doing, but unless you're dominating at forward position or in midfield, you could say he's good for his age. That's all.
So you wouldn't
Um,
compare Mbappe to him at his age. You're just saying straight to Pele.
Straight to Pele because Pele won the World Cup at like what 17, and he was the best in the world at the time as a 17-year-old. And in that he won 3 World Cups. Remember that. Yamal isn't dominating like that now, but he's doing what Pele did. He's that's what he's replicating. If you were to compare him to somebody, let's compare him to Pele. But like to Mbappe won the World Cup at 18. At 16, 17, he was good, but he wasn't as special.
At 17, Mbappe was up there still. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep.
At 17,
100%
he was
Mbappe
up
was
there.
up there.
He was rising, but
Remember, at 17, at 17, he had his breakout season at Monaco.
he
And
did
guys,
breakout.
when is
Yamal
Yamal
had his
coming?
breakout season at 16, at 16, 15, if I remember
Yeah,
When
correctly.
when is
Yamal had his
Yamal birthday?
breakout season at
When is his
16.
birthday?
Yep, and in the summer, he celebrated his 17th birthday during the Euros.
Okay, so this summer's
So it's
coming is
like
gonna be
it's like
18,
August
right?
times, I think.
So
August
this
or July.
summer's
When was
coming
the
is gonna
Euros?
be 18, right?
Summer is gonna be 18. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still a good
That's
comparison. It's
crazy.
still a good
And he already
comparison
won the
about
Euros,
Messi.
right? He
Yeah.
already won the Euros. That's insane. Yeah, I'm
It's
not
still a
gonna lie,
good
Moses.
comparison for me.
I think
Yeah,
late July is his birthday sometime.
Yeah, one
I
month from
think.
now, it's still a good comparison, bro.
Yeah, I think what people want to really judge on is like how he progresses, longevity. If after 18, 19, he's still doing, or even growing or getting better, then we can say, yeah, this is the guy. I was right about him. But if he's doing that at this age, he has to be able to maintain, go through injuries, changes, teams learning to play against him and defend him. Yeah, things are going to change for him, like he did with Mbappe. Mbappe at 18, you think, if he continues to play this way, and he's going to break all the records. But
I
look at
think
Mbappe.
I think what slowed down Mbappe's career and his trajectory was going to Paris and not going to what I would call a stronger European league at the time.
I feel
Yeah,
you.
it take too long.
I, I, it could be right, but when you look at all the French stars that leave out France as soon as they're doing great, like Pepe. You remember Pepe that went to Arsenal? Lacazette, all these guys. As
Lacazette
soon
had
as
a good career. He did well. Lacazette wasn't special. He was a good player, and he had a very good career at Arsenal, I feel. Pepe,
I know he had a better career at the time. In its time at France, it was exceptional. You think, oh, this guy's amazing, but
Yeah.
as
yeah,
soon as
but
he
that's
got to the
again, you
Premier
can't
League, he
judge. You
struggled.
can't judge based at that time, especially at that time in the French league when it never
Mm,
even had as much money as it's got now. The French league was trash.
it was. But money, when you talk about money, you're talking about PSG. You're not talking about the entirety of the league.
True.
That's just an instance. So they still have great talent, but you know, you're right in some extent because when real football starts at them, they aren't really they don't really show up. So maybe unless they go out now into the real world and really do stuff, maybe even with their country, you can't say, oh, these guys,
I'm
he's
okay.
great.
Mm. So who here is thinking that Mbappe is better or Yamal is better at this age?
Again,
I
I'm not
think
putting that
Yamal.
judgment. I'm just enjoying Mbappe for Mbappe right now.
Yeah, just what are your thoughts?
This good. This youth is good. Definitely one of the best in the world. But I just think they overrate him a little bit. Like this dude is saying only Pele. Come, I think to me that's false. I
Yeah.
think you could compare him with a player like Mbappe at the same age, even though I still think Mbappe was a little bit better.
Yeah,
Simple.
what are your thoughts, Blood? Andrew?
World Cup, Mbappe. World Cup,
Okay.
Mbappe. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
what
can't say
Mbappe
that.
for me too. Curtis, introduce
Yeah,
yourself. You're a Chelsea fan, right?
that's right.
Yeah, how long you been a Chelsea fan?
I've been a Chelsea fan since I could say 13. My father and my uncles are Chelsea fans, so
Mm.
I have to take up after them. They draw me night. We never have much choice. But,
Yeah. So, what
you
are your
know,
thoughts on Chelsea this season, and what are your thoughts on Chelsea going forward?
um, well, everybody distraught because, Abramovich leaving and then the owners that will leave a club in a them hands and them understanding of football. So their desire to make money kind of interrupt what kind of progress we're supposed to have as a club. They make some good choices, getting quality young players, but it at the end of the day, it's just they must think about the profit at the end of it, how them can benefit financially, and they might overlook certain powers because they must, say, can probably sell this youth for a buck, so that's why we buy him and that's why we have him in a team where he probably can help us. So we have overlooked experience, what could help us because experience at a cost, a lot of wages, and them the one that the wage structure is like a maximum 130K a week for every player, and a lot of players now go really take that. So that's one of the reasons why Sterling gone and a couple of them on. I think we're getting better. Things are going to improve, but there's still a lot. There's still a lot of growth needed.
Well, I'll share my thoughts on Chelsea for next season. Yeah, if all the roles fall into place, Chelsea are going to be very dangerous. Reason being, remember they got Kennedy Prayers coming in. They got
Yes.
Esteval coming in. They've got that guy, I don't remember his name. He's at Strasbourg now. They've had him for a couple of years
Oh
loaned
yeah,
out. That boy is
Andre
mad.
Santos. Yo, he's
Santos.
gonna keep a farm there. In the farm
Santos
right now.
coming back. Chelsea needs maybe a prolific striker
Mm.
and maybe, no, not even maybe, definitely a goalkeeper. A prolific striker, a good goalkeeper. If Chelsea get Keller, because Keller is leaving Liverpool and I think we're selling him for 30 million, that would be a good signing for
30?
you, lot.
You guys are
Yeah.
selling Kelleher?
Yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
We got Mama Dashvili coming. We bought Mama Dashvili
Oh
last season.
yes. Oh shit! I just remembered. Oh, you guys,
Hold up,
that's
hold up,
it.
hold up, Chelsea fans. So, let me get this right.
Hmm.
Let me ask these questions at least. Your main aim right now is to come in top four, right?
That is well, right now.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's to maintain our
That's the
position.
standard, right? So if Chelsea
Yeah.
doesn't come in the top four, what you think should happen?
Um, Exodus sell a lot of players. Fire the sporting directors. Heads of the rule. Well, not our opinion, but basically you set a standard. You say, "Ah, this is what we want. This is what we need to achieve because we have tried for 2 years now.
Yeah.
If we not get that, we can't just accept excuses. They have to go change strategy. People have to go left
Yeah. The
because
reason why I ask you, because if a Chelsea fan on here, he doesn't have no standards for his club. All he thinks about is Arsenal. That's why I ask you. You're a Chelsea fan, right?
we feel like that's where the Chelsea fan that switch up. We feel like you must
Because
switch up.
this guy is one of the worst set of fans. There's no way you could be on top of the league at the starting for how long? You had multiple points, and then you could be like, oh, we're just eight of vibes. Come on, you said your club is the biggest club in London. You're supposed to be aiming to win stuff or come top four. Am I right?
You're right, but we
I'm
always
not
win
just
stuff.
saying that. That's fact.
We're used to it. If we don't win
Hold,
one season,
hold, hold up before I go. Next season, I'm not even asking this question now. Next season, you saying that your club is the biggest club in London. Your aim should be winning the league next season, right?
that is true.
Liverpool winning the
We're winning a title. We might win one the end of this season, so that's a plus. A trophy
What
is
are
a
your
trophy.
thoughts, Jason, as a Chelsea fan? What you aim?
Winning
next
trophies.
season.
Yeah,
Um,
there we
like
go.
again,
That's what I'm talking about. You're a Chelsea football club, bro. You're supposed to be aiming to win the
I mean, like
title
to talk. Yeah, answer question
because
and
we know where
answer
you're
the
going. We
question.
know
That
where
makes
you're
sense.
going with this shit.
And the first one, bro, ask question and answer it.
Go ahead, go
Me
ahead.
never get for talk. No man, a good man.
See?
Talk, no man, talk man, talk man, talk man.
All right, so we can make a few predictions. If we make the right signings this summer, yes,
Sign it.
we are going to win the league. But two, we know a couple things for sure. Next season we have finished above Arsenal. That's one. And two,
That's a
if we get a
plus.
striker,
Alright.
centre back, we can challenge for the league. I know 100% we are going to finish over
And
Arsenal
why
So
I
because
feel
their
like we're
manager
official
isn't
about
good.
it.
I'm
And
following over
until
what you
until
said,
you
right?
start that
You're
money,
saying that literally you need
they
more
bag up in the
signings on
next.
signings, right? To challenge.
Eh?
Because how much money you spend now? $1 billion. Plus you want more signage for you to win the league?
Most of the players are bought, them depend on loan or youth talent. So $1 billion, it's not $1 billion players in the
Yeah,
team right
so is
now.
that our fault? Buying these guys and putting them on loan. That's your
It
club
wasn't an
fault, bro.
excuse. It's not an excuse. It's like you buy players. A business, you know. You have a
You
billion worth of
need
appliances in your house, but you don't use a lot of them. Sometimes you need
how
it
much,
because you're trying to do them.
how much money Arsenal spend without having a proper striker.
Yes, and our main aim every year is to win the
Just
league.
trying to as
Yes, we
many
fall off every year, but our main aim is always to
But
win the
that
league.
cost like say a full.
we can marry another striker.
This is the thing.
You see me say
Arsenal
Carl,
standard.
you must
Arsenal,
set
hold
big
up, hold up.
standards for other people and I overlook film club. Or you feel
Oh
make
yeah,
fun of other people and your club that run on
That's
similar
what
oh
part
yeah,
or below.
overlook
that's
full
what
club.
you're doing. That's what we're saying you're
Oh
doing.
yeah, overlook full club.
Although
What?
Chelsea spend $1 billion, but yet spend a 700 million with a striker, but because Chelsea this make no
All
sense,
right.
bro.
What? Look at this. I'm gonna ask the Arsenal fan something. Blood next season. What are your aim?
Happy to win the league. For win the
My
To
aim
league.
win
is
the
to
league,
win the
as
league.
you know,
This
For win
guy's
the
a
Not
Chelsea
league.
take
fan. He just
FC.
came out and he
Not
said
take
his aim
FC.
is to win the
One
league.
win the
Can't
league.
believe
Alright.
it.
Every season. For every football season, I always want
best
Arsenal
and
to
I
win
go
the Premier League.
Every
If
season.
FC.
if me not win, if me not win the Premier League next season, me just need a trophy, FA Cup, something. Me need to something from Arteta
I
next
can't
season.
get it.
My main aim, though, you know.
Him have
My
five
main
chances
aim.
full thing. in the league,
Hold on, no, man.
it never go happen.
No.
Hold on,
Arteta,
no,
I
man.
follow the footsteps of Wenger. He made the best
No, hold
impression of
on.
Wenger.
Bro,
Yes, at
Arteta
this
fans that
rate,
cult. You know that cult.
call, bro.
You can classify your club as a big club, and your
It's a
main
humiliation
aim is
ritual,
not
bro.
here to win the league. Every
We can
Arsenal
classify
fan
as
main
a big
aim is
club
to
because
win the
we
league.
now win 2 Champions League. I win 0.
What?
We
I
have
said you
two
lot are not a big
UCL.
club because you haven't won
What?
the Champions League.
All right, so let me ask a question. Let me ask a question again. Everybody on this channel right here, is Arsenal a big club?
A big club without
Yes,
European
Arsenal's a
pedigree.
big club. Yes, Arsenal's a big club.
Everybody on here, is Arsenal a bigger club
I
than
used
Chelsea?
to be.
No,
No.
no.
Arsenal used
Arsenal's not a bigger club than Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm guessing you switch. Why make you switch again, Carla? Why make you switch
The
your mind?
Champions League. Before they won the Champions League, you lot were a bigger club than them. But the Champions
But
League.
this is my take with
You
you,
guys
you know.
make win two UCLs. That's crazy.
This is my take with you, you know, Carla.
Go on.
At the start of the season, you said Arsenal is the bigger club.
You sure that weren't last year? Before?
At the start of the season, you said Arsenal is the bigger club. It was me and you and Jason on the channel, and you said Arsenal is the bigger club. And now,
We're the
I
better
don't know
team.
what happened, but now you switch again.
No, to be fair, all right, look at it this way. Let's look at records. How many league titles does Arsenal have? About 10, right? About 10 league titles, right?
bro.
I know we have more than them.
In
Yeah, you got more than them, but what I'm saying,
92.
you lot have got about 10. Chelsea's got
World
about 8. Well, on Jason, well, I know. You've got about 10.
football was
Chelsea's got about 8. The dominating factor.
Eight what? Title?
Yeah.
Chelsea don't have 8 league titles.
Chelsea got about 8. They got about 8.
Chelsea
Bro.
don't have 8 league titles, bro.
How much do they have? How much league titles does Chelsea have?
I think
Jason?
Chelsea have about 3 or 4.
No, it's not
3
3. It's more than that.
6.
About 3 or 4.
About 5 or 6 them. About 5
Maybe
or 6.
about 6. Maybe about
Chelsea,
6.
you have 2 Chelsea fans here. 2 Chelsea fans. Check it.
That's why I'm asking
How
them.
much title guys have?
6. We have 6
6.
titles.
But we have more than Uno. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, Arsenal's got about 10, I think. I think Arsenal's
For a
got
couple
about 10.
and all of those 6. I think we're going to win all of those 6 titles.
Right.
For me, the factor that why I say Chelsea became a bigger club than Arsenal is the Champions League.
Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing from
Plus
your
they've won. You lot,
perspective.
Chelsea beat you lot in the Europa League final as well, innit?
From your
Yeah.
perspective, Carla, you're saying that you have to win a Champions League to be a bigger club, right?
Thank you.
I feel you have to have
that's
some
what he's
sort of
saying.
European pedigree.
Answer my question, Carla,
Huh?
right? That's what you're saying, right?
You don't necessarily have to win it, but the mere fact that they do and have a bigger European pedigree. Because the tiebreaker, you lot are pretty similar in the league. The tiebreaker is going to be Europe. You lot have got pretty similar records domestically, so the tiebreaker's got to be Europe.
Here we go again.
It's true though. Your records are not vastly different locally. Your records are not vastly different locally. They've won 6. You've won 10. You've won about 11 FA Cups. They've still got a good number of FA Cups.
14.
14. Yeah, go on. Yeah. So domestically, you're close enough to each other. So then what you have to step to the next metric, which is going to be Europe. Chelsea has won the Europa League. Chelsea have won the Champions League. Arsenal have only won, what was it? A cup, what was it? European Cup Winners' Cup back in the day, and that's extinct. That's void. So you lot have got no European pedigree.
You finished, right? You finished, right?
Yeah.
Just to see how I'll let you finish.
Go on.
Let me finish my point now, right?
All right.
Blood. How much trophy we won? 14?
Yeah, man. 14 FA Cup.
How much Chelsea won?
Man, no, ask them now. Yeah. But yeah. But
how much FA Cups you got?
How much Premier League trophies you won? 6?
No, allow you for tag. It's so
I'm asking a simple question. They are 14 to 6.
Make your point.
I remember my point. 14 to 6, right? Double.
No, you got 14 FA Cups.
No. Right, 14 FA Cup. 14 FA Cup.
You got 10 Premier League titles, 14 FA Cups.
14 FA Cup.
Yeah.
And 10 Premier League titles, right?
Yeah.
We have more trophies than them overall. Am I right?
Yeah.
we have a better fan base, a bigger fan base. Am I right?
Nope.
I
By
mean,
far.
that's the fault
What?
a location.
Go on social media. Nope. Check any
Carlisle
social.
and Curtis. I'm not talking to this Chelsea hater. We have a bigger fan base than them. Am I right?
I'm not sure. I don't
No,
know.
Go on social
over
media.
We've seen. Oh, hold up.
Chelsea
Let me
dominate
finish.
entire
We've
Africa.
seen.
Every person who own a cell
Chelsea,
phone. Go on
Chelsea
social.
United, one of the biggest support is in Africa. Not so much Arsenal. You know how much Chelsea fans there in Nigeria alone and Ghana?
The two biggest club in Africa are Manchester United and Arsenal. We've seen Arsenal go on tour a lot of places. We've seen
Yo,
Arsenal go
friend
on
to
tour.
Africa, bro. You talk about Arsenal, yeah?
Yeah, what up? We've seen Arsenal go on tour in the US. Outsold more tickets than Chelsea fans. Even any Chelsea, we've seen Arsenal go to all over the world. Outsold Chelsea in every occasion. We have more trophies than you. We have more fans than you. We have a bigger stadium than you. Even in a same England, right? This over there. Arsenal is the biggest club in London. Have the most fans in London. Am I lying? Carla, you're from England. Am I lying?
In London,
Hold up. And by your logic, Carlisle, by your logic, you're saying you have to win a European trophy. That means City is bigger than us. Aston Villa is bigger than us because all those clubs won the
wait,
championship.
I
That's
won't
what
trouble
you're
you
telling
lot
me.
that Aston Villa is bigger than you. I tell you, Nottingham Forest is bigger than you, bro.
That's what
You're
you're
acting
telling
like I've
me.
never said that before, bro. I've literally sat and laughed at you and said Nottingham Forest is bigger than you because they've
And
won the
that and hold
Champions
up, and
League.
you feel like that's right, right?
They are historically they are a bigger club than you.
Yo,
Aston Villa is a huge club, you know. Don't get it twisted. Villa
don't give it.
historically in England is a huge club.
So Aston Villa is bigger
Not
than
true.
us. Hold up. Aston Villa is bigger than Arsenal, and City is bigger than
Nottingham
Arsenal.
Forest.
And
That
Nottingham
Can't say
Forest. Don't forget
Blackburn
Nottingham
again.
Forest. 2 European
Can't say
Champions
Blackburn
League, yeah.
again. Kind of Blackburn, but can't say Blackburn like one time. Newcastle too.
all of them bigger than Arsenal, right?
Definitely.
Now Newcastle ain't bigger than Arsenal. They're a big club, but they're not bigger than Arsenal.
I could have sworn they said Arsenal is the third biggest club in England.
Nah, mate.
I guess it's more popular, but you don't have a Club World Cup. You don't have any Super Cup. We have two Super Cups, two Europa
Yeah.
Leagues, two.
Again, to fans like Ikono, winning you the Champions League doesn't mean you're a bigger club. It takes more than one stuff, bro. You can't just win one Champions League. I win two Champions League and say you're a bigger club. It takes a lot
No.
of stuff.
Winning
It's
makes
a lot of stuff
So
involved.
who's
And then,
bigger? Who's bigger, Madrid or Barcelona?
huh?
Who's bigger, Madrid or Barcelona?
Real Madrid have won more than them.
Yes, 15. They won 15. That's 10 more.
They
So
won
you're
more
saying who's
trophies.
the
I'm not
bigger club?
talking about just Champions League. They won more trophies in general.
The-
And they
Uh,
have a
uh,
bigger fan. They have a bigger fan base. It's that's what I'm saying. It takes more than one
Madrid?
stuff, bro. It's not just one stuff to be a bigger club.
All right, listen. I'm looking at the biggest shirt sales. A little graph that I found online. Yeah. So the biggest shirt sales in Europe is Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man United, Juventus, Barcelona, Chelsea, Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, and Man City.
And then that means Chelsea's a bigger club.
No, I'm just saying
ah,
that
that's
the,
fake.
Ah,
That's
this guy,
fake.
man. This
Who's
guy.
buying
It,
these shirts?
I'm
I
not
think
saying it's a big club.
it,
I was just looking at
Arsenal
Arsenal fans probably wear the same jerseys them from years back. The same tier and the jersey that them have. You know them because them brothers.
actually that's
25.
true because Chelsea fan base than Arsenal, so we shouldn't have that much jersey sale.
Yeah, Curtis just said Man City bigger. Say Real Madrid bigger because they have more trophies. But it's not the same upfront when it comes down to Arsenal, right?
All right,
I wouldn't put it
so
down to
That's
just
what
the
I'm getting
trophies
from
alone.
from this
it's like
conversation.
cult fan bases. The clubs with cult fan bases, obviously, I can believe say, them bigger than the actual clubs that are bigger. Like United, Arsenal, Barcelona, cult fan bases, and they're drawn to their team because of certain special moments, historic moments, and historic players.
I'll tell you
Season with
why.
the
I'll
Arsenal.
tell you why I think why Barcelona are a bigger club than Real, because Barcelona is from
Man,
Catalonia.
Here you
Mm.
No,
go.
no, listen to this. Listen to what I'm saying. Because it's a
Yeah,
Catalan club.
it's a
Catalonia
separate
thinks they're
country.
a country by themselves. So Barcelona is like their national team, bro. Them people in that country, most of them, because none of them don't
Yeah,
care about
they're
Espanol.
patriotic.
They
They're
all
very
support
patriotic.
Barca.
So let me get this right. Barcelona is a bigger club than Real Madrid, and Chelsea is a bigger club than Arsenal.
No,
That's what he said.
let's just say that if you are judged on the metrics of success, and you say you have more trophies than Chelsea, but Chelsea has more important and more a larger trophy cabinet, more valuable trophies. You have more Premier Leagues, I guess. But since the beginning of the new Premier League, 20 years now, 25 years now,
That's one of them.
how many Premier Leagues have Arsenal won? Are important trophies in this millennium?
y'all
So,
make too
so
much sense, brother.
what? What you said? Repeat what
Y'all
you
make
said,
too
my
much.
guy. Because I didn't hear what you said.
How many trophies are Premier Leagues rather have Arsenal won since the beginning of the 2000s when the Premier League started? How many have they won
Is
to
it two? I
signify
think
this
it's
ring?
two. I think it's two.
Two.
Yeah.
So you actually compare a club where basically, because we'll be real, we basically start in a 04. Before that, we probably won the European Cup Winners' Cup. And we probably do some small bits here and there, FA Cup and stuff. But we weren't as significant as Arsenal were
No, Chelsea
until
was a
after.
nobody. Before Abramovich, Chelsea was a nobody team. Chelsea was like, I remember when I was at school, Chelsea was like a Brighton.
Yeah. They literally bought a club like the original owner. He might probably, I think, very cheap. I can't really say the exact amount, but it was very cheap. Very cheap he bought the club for. And him selling the millions to Abramovich. So it wasn't really anything at all. And we made it into something. You can't allow a team, and you can say money do it. But thinking about the prices what people are paying now at clubs to buy players and everything, the PSGs, the cities, compared to what we spent back in the days and what we've done. We never have no Ronaldinho's or nobody. So in our mind, they're more famous, Arsenal, but what we've done is more significant. It makes us a bigger club in London
Yeah, this
out of nothing.
thing that Arsenal was bigger than Chelsea. There was a bigger club than Chelsea, but the fact of the matter is things and time change. And the statistics is here to prove it. They were a bigger club than us. But over the last 25, 30 years, Chelsea have dominated them by far. So I'm
Last
not
one
saying
25.
they were
It's the last. It's the last.
1,000.
Last 25.
It's just not the same right now.
So when does Arsenal won the Premier League? How long ago now? What, about 15 years or more?
No, it's 20,
Bro,
21
these
years
man
now.
first Premier League was 1932.
Hmm?
What?
Those are some of the titles that they're talking about.
The last time Arsenal won the Premier League was in 2002.
2000 and something, yeah.
Yeah, 2002. What is he talking about?
No, this is your first Premier League.
Oh, oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Heritage, all of those stuff plays in on bigger
It,
clubs.
it, it counts. It
All of
counts.
those
You
stuff.
can't
No,
write off
no, it doesn't just take
the
one
wins that they
stuff,
had done
bro.
before. It
Yeah,
still counts.
It
does.
doesn't
That's
just
what
take
I'm
one
saying.
thing. It takes
Yes,
more than one thing.
were a bigger club than us. You guys were a bigger club than us. Of course, those titles count.
Mhm. I can't tell the last time you beat us for a bigger club than us. Eh? When the last time you beat it?
Can't tell when last. When last?
Arsenal used to be
When
about
last
beating
one?
stick.
That was Wenger days. After Wenger left, have you beat us?
There's still time.
Eh?
There's still
When
time.
Alright.
when
Hold
we
up, hold up,
called,
sit back. You saying you even beat us. When is the last time you come above us?
Well, last time we were the Premier League.
When is the last time you come above us, my guy? I just asked you a question. You can't ask a question with a question.
You know, so the season don't done
Emirates,
yet. No,
Emirates
hold on.
wanted to come like
Yes, hold on.
Well, let me hear Massey.
The season don't done yet, you know.
Yeah,
I know they're on 67 points. City, they're on 64.
yeah,
I hope we win all of the matches, them, you know, because they can end up right but at fifth from the
yeah.
down to
So,
in the car.
what you say? You can come above Arsenal now.
It's a possibility, you know.
No, man, put your chest out, man. No possibility. We're not in the possibility. Why you push out your chest out? You can come above
Yeah,
Arsenal.
man. Talk,
No,
talk.
who are you say? Who I say? You think you're gonna come above us? You think
One
you'll
hundred
finish above
percent.
us?
You come, we can put
One
up
hundred
with you.
percent.
100%. We
All
put up
right,
with you.
all right, all right. I'm telling you
Do
already.
that now.
City,
Do that now.
City, they're on 64 points.
Yeah.
Now, one, you see me? It's so close. Please don't do that.
So why you talking about City? I'm talking about you, Chelsea fan. Are you gonna
We
come
are
above
fifth
us?
above Chelsea, brother.
We're fifth. We're fifth. We're fifth, you know. But we're not
Yeah,
far off.
typical Chelsea fan. Typical Chelsea fan just playing down there.
No,
So
me, I work with the facts, you know. When I work with any most teams, I not say anything where I go embarrass me tomorrow.
All right. So
But
hold on, Tony. Let me ask you a question. Would you say over the last few years, then, would you say City has become a bigger club than you?
oh, so City's a bigger club than
And
Arsenal,
no,
right?
I'm asking you a question.
no.
I asked you a question. I never said.
Oh,
I said,
what is?
would you say? Remember, City's won the treble. They've consistently won the league 4 years in a row. They've won the Champions League. Wouldn't you say? What would you say to that?
not big
You
and
you
what
you
they're
would
looking
you
for
what
is
you say?
success.
Are you saying there's no argument? There's no
No,
argument there.
hold on. Let me answer first.
Go
Let
on
me
then.
Yeah,
answer
yeah.
Go
first.
on.
I'm tired of it,
City,
whatever.
City is still not a bigger club. They are probably a more successful club. So right now, yeah, I use the wrong terms, bro. They are
No, may
still
I ask a
not
question?
a bigger
No,
club than
the way
Arsenal.
I answer. No, listen, Andrew, don't get me wrong. I never said they were. I asked the question because I want to hear your response. So what you're replying to me is what I want to hear.
Oh, okay, good.
There's no way City can be a bigger club than Arsenal, bro. City is a young and upcoming club. Arsenal are giant. Liverpool are giant.
If they win more titles
Manchester
than you,
United are
would they
giant. Aye,
be a bigger club?
what up, Carlisle? So who would you say is the biggest
And
club
be
in
a
England?
giant with champion.
Who's the biggest club in England?
Yeah.
There's no argument there. Liverpool.
No, Manchester United is still the biggest club in England.
How?
No,
How?
Liverpool,
Liverpool's
especially
the
because
biggest club in England.
Oh.
especially recently they just won the Premier League. You see me? They
20
never
times 20, yeah?
Again,
United
guys.
never have much over them. I just know United are fall back and Liverpool start step up.
Bro,
It's
Man
reaching.
United, we're the biggest supported club in the country, yeah? One of the biggest in the world, like top three, yeah? We've won the same amount of titles. We've got way more Champions League. We've got more League Cups. I think they probably got more FA Cups, and that's about it.
And they got a bigger fan base than you.
No, they do not.
Yes,
We've
they
got the
They have
do.
a
bigger
bigger
fan.
fan
They
base.
Yes,
do
they
They
not,
do,
have a,
bro.
Carla. Yes,
Man
they
they
have a
do.
United
bigger
do
fan
not
base.
have a bigger
United
fan base
more
than us.
fans than Liverpool. Come on.
They
United first.
don't, bro. Go
And
check it.
dogs,
Go check
even
They
the
dogs
can't have
support
a
socials.
bigger
United.
fan
Hey,
base. Me doubt
Jason,
that. Me
Jason,
doubt that
Jason,
one
hold
day.
on, hold on,
Me doubt
hold
that
on,
Even
one day.
dogs
hold on,
support
hold on,
United.
hold on. This is the same. Hold on. This is the
You
same
highly doubt.
argument me and hold on. This is the same argument me and Tony had once when he tried to tell me Arsenal's got bigger social media following than us, and I had to draw for the facts, and then he shut up.
I would never tell you that
Eh?
Arsenal have a bigger
You
social
did,
media
bro, and
following.
then I screenshotted
Ozil
all our
alone have a
oh,
bigger social media following than Arsenal.
what,
Ozil alone, players alone have bigger following than Arsenal.
bro. Liverpool's got a bigger social media following than Arsenal. Don't let me go for the things again and show you.
You're not listening to
No,
what I'm saying, bro. You're not
yes.
listening
We
to
know
what I'm
that.
saying.
What?
I'm saying a player alone, Ozil alone have a bigger following than Arsenal. That's
Bro,
what I'm saying.
Liverpool is the biggest club in Britain.
No, Manchester United is the biggest club in England.
Can't agree.
No, they're not, bro.
Can't agree. We
They are
can't
not.
agree. Officer
What,
What
you
Man
say
Gary
what?
Neville was crying on TV the other
Man
day, bro. Gary Neville was crying on TV the other day before we won the league, saying the only thing Man United still had over us was the fact they got 20 titles. Now that Liverpool's got 20 titles, Liverpool's the biggest club again. So what are you talking about?
For me,
I mean, bro, as a point.
Manchester United is the biggest club in England. If you feel like Liverpool is the biggest club in England, kudos to you. But for me, And for a majority of the fans, Manchester United is still the biggest club in England, bro.
No way, mate. Biggest club in 18th. You know
Yes.
that
They have
if hold on, if this was a normal Premier League year where we didn't have three shit teams, United would have been relegated.
So that means you're a bigger club because it could be
Bro,
getting
when
it could
Liverpool
be
when
relegated.
Liverpool let me show you something to show you how when Liverpool fell off, when we had our dead years, we never finished in 18th. We never finished lower than 10th.
Nor Arsenal. Well, Arsenal is
I
still a
used to
bigger
think
club
I
than
used to think
Liverpool.
Liverpool
Arsenal,
was shit at one point.
Arsenal has never been relegated from they came in the top flight. Yeah. So I give
That
them
doesn't
that.
mean that we're a bigger club.
No, I'm not. You're not. You could never be a bigger club than United. Don't be silly.
That's my point, bro.
But
Manchester
we are
United
a
is
bigger
still a
club than
bigger
United.
club, bro.
Liverpool are a bigger club than United.
All right. Let us move on to Man City, guys. Man City is at what, third now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, third.
Yeah, so you guys feel like they're gonna
Uh,
come in the Champions League spot?
Yeah, 100%.
yeah,
But
most definitely.
They will play Southampton this
Most
weekend. Breeze.
most definitely.
Complete breeze. Southampton I get washed. They might go second.
I personally feel next season Man City is going to be a force again because they're going to spend, and what they spent in January was good signings. I feel like
Yo,
that
the
Egyptian
Egyptian
guy,
dude.
the
Oh
Egyptian guy
shit.
is going to come good. Marmoush, he's already playing
Yeah.
well. I think he's going to get better.
Yeah,
Do you get me?
exciting player.
Just in
The
boss,
might
yeah,
be
but
good.
Who get Pep get back in wife?
Get a
dog,
girl.
leave me at some.
Teacher,
Yeah, that's
more.
not cut the percent now.
Hold on. Question, teacher. Um, what are the plan for your captain next season? What should we do about Odegaard next season? I think he's one of Arsenal's major downfall this season. So,
Like what for the
more
second
look.
half I see for the first half only the game praises, but second half when I complain. Shit. I don't
What are you saying,
understand.
bro? If you should strip him from the captaincy, that's your asking me, blood.
Yeah. What do you think?
No, this guy has been in the Premier League team of the season for 2 years straight, being in the captain, bro. Bro, it's not just you can't just have one bad season and say, yo, strip him from the captain. So why didn't you say about that the last 2 seasons?
Oh well.
True, I agree.
All right. What I know? No. All
And
right.
it takes more than one thing to be a captain, bro. Not just talking alone. It's more stuff, bro.
Yes, but may I refer to his mentality and his whole performance this season. I think
Uh,
it's extremely below standard, below par, very,
I
very,
make a
very,
comment
very, very, very poor.
outside.
Yeah, man, go on.
I can make a comment outsider.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I think Gabriel would make a
Why are
better
you saying
captain.
outsider? You're an Arsenal fan. Why are you saying outsider?
I would say Gabriel would make a better captain.
Yeah, for you as an Arsenal fan, that's
No,
a
I
high.
only support teams to win Champions League, so I could never be an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, for
I
you as
only
an Arsenal
support
fan,
Bro,
for you as
win
an Arsenal fan,
you
I'm
really
saying
would
that
take up
that's a
stress
holler.
by the
There's
because
no
they
way
look
they
bad.
will
Gabriel
take up
could be
stress
the
by you
captain.
down, man.
There's no way Gabriel could be the captain for
But
Arsenal.
Gabriel
And it
is a
doesn't
better
speak
captain.
proper English. It doesn't even speak English like that. You can't be a captain and you don't speak. Everybody could understand. That's the main reason why I don't feel like he should be the captain.
Well,
Right, to be the captain.
what about the best right winger in the world in Zaka?
No.
Nah,
Left back. I think he's a good left wing back for
The,
as
the
well.
person we have as captain is good. We don't have a problem with the captaincy that we have right now.
all
So
right,
I'm
but
I'm I'm gonna ask you
why?
guys one by one now. We all see that Liverpool is gonna win the league, right? Just give
have
me
to
a top
Yeah,
four
yeah, yeah.
up until till the end of the season.
top four. All right, I'll start. I say Arsenal second, Chelsea third, City fourth, Forest fifth.
Yeah. Blood, give me your answer.
All right. I'm gonna say Arsenal second, Man City third, Forest fourth. Chelsea now make it up fourth. Ah.
Yeah.
Curtis.
All right. All right. So City second, Arsenal third, Chelsea fourth, and Newcastle fifth.
I could have sworn you said you was gonna come in front of Arsenal. Why you switching again?
Then, I'm realistic, you know. When we drop out the Champions League, so maybe we don't might put in some extra work back in the league, I guess.
And sometimes Chelsea fan, what are your prediction?
Same thing what Curtis said. City second, Arsenal third, Chelsea fourth.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me get the predictions for this week games. All right. First game we have Man City, Southampton. What are your thoughts? Prediction.
City wash.
Score prediction.
Our score prediction, a
Yeah.
good 5-0.
I'll say 3-0 City.
Jason.
3-0. 3-0 City.
Blood.
4-1, 4-1 City. 4-1 City.
Them already relegated it, so they might probably start young
I'll go
players.
4-0. Next game would be Chelsea versus Newcastle. That's a hot one.
Ooh.
Chelsea win 1-0.
Newcastle is at home, yeah?
Chelsea at home.
Chelsea win.
Newcastle
2-1,
Newcastle is at home.
2-1 to
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea, I feel too. Yeah, I agree.
2-0 Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle.
Yeah, 2-0 Newcastle.
Rough because they want Champions League for some reason. I don't know what they might do there, but they might try to
Manchester
fight.
United at home to West Ham.
1-0 West
Uh,
Tough
Ham.
game.
2-0 United or
2-1.
2-1 United.
Blood.
1-0 United. 1-0 United.
And then we have Spurs versus Crystal Palace.
That prediction.
2-0 Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I get that prediction wrong, bro.
Ooh.
1
2-0 Crystal Palace.
Blood fire. Crystal Palace Spurs.
Wait, FA Cup final
Spurs.
that?
Premier
2-0.
League game.
2-0
Premier League.
Spurs. 2-0 Spurs.
Yeah.
Spurs win.
Spurs ain't winning that.
Yeah, man.
Spurs are
Yeah, man.
dead.
Yeah, man. Spurs win. 2-0 Spurs.
Palace,
I'm gonna go
Palace,
for Spurs
Palace
win
will
too.
defeat them. Palace will defeat.
2-1 Spurs. And the last game on Sunday would be Liverpool versus Arsenal.
2-0 Liverpool.
No way.
What up? What up? What up?
Liverpool.
We're at home.
Liverpool,
No, Arsenal. Arsenal's at home because they got to give us our guard of honor.
Liverpool dead.
Liverpool is at
I
home.
tell you why.
Nah, you lot are at home.
Bro, Liverpool
No,
are
All
at
right.
home.
don't watch Chelsea loss, you know. The Chelsea victory, don't watch that because
Arsenal have
Liverpool,
to
Let me
win
look.
this game.
Liverpool is at home.
2-0 Liverpool anyway.
man,
Arsenal have to win this game.
2-1 Liverpool win. 2-1 Liverpool.
2-0 Arsenal. 2-0 Arsenal.
2-1, 2-1 Liverpool, 2-1 Liverpool.
I'm gonna go for a draw.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-0
Draw
Arsenal.
2-2.
That's
2-2.
hard to draw still. That's hard to draw.
Yeah, 2-2 draw.
Uh,
Come on,
Arsenal
2-0
defense kind
Arsenal.
of shake up right now. Liverpool are just play wing, straight down the wing. Salah, worst them up on the left. Gakpo, oh, problem for me.
I think that is
I
going to
think,
start a very young starting
Oh,
level,
yeah.
and we are going to take the advantage of that. So 2-0 Arsenal.
yeah, I
You
think
hear
that's
me?
it for the predictions for this
Damn.
week, no?
Yeah, that's it.
And look, they said like fifth place got Champions League this season, right?
Yeah, fifth got
Yeah,
Champions
yeah.
League.
So I'm here.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good look. That's still for England. Five teams out there. It's a good look. May agree with it.
Plus the Europa League winner is
Support
going
it.
to get Champions League as well. So England could have 6 teams
Yeah,
in the Champions League.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, let's just check in on that game too. The Europa games. Manchester United versus Bilbao. You feel like Manchester United gonna go through, right? They have a 3-0
They've
lead.
won. Bilbao's already
yeah,
given up. Bilbao has left Inaki Williams at home,
yeah,
Nico Williams at home. They've left all their star players.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Spurs.
Two major injuries. So
I think Spurs has got this one as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be United Spurs in the finals.
If Madison was fit, I would
yeah,
have
yeah.
think Spurs can maybe pull it off, but nah.
Hey, and the
United's gonna win
Chelsea
it.
game. You want to talk about the Chelsea? What is it? Conference League? What? That's Conference League, right?
Yeah, Conference League.
Or we don't want
Yeah.
to talk about Conference League.
Yeah, of course we do. It's still a trophy.
No, we can
Okay.
talk about it because we are going to win another title and you're going to leave the season with no title.
That's what I'm asking. If you want to
So,
talk about it, I'm asking if you want to talk about it. No.
no,
Are you
there's
gonna
no
talk
really to
about
talk about. I think we're going
who's in that league?
who's in that league?
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah, we both
Best
know
season
Chelsea's in there. I'm asking
in
who
that
else
league.
is in there.
Who else?
Yeah. Oh, you have watched it.
Anthony Team and Fiorentina.
Betis. Yeah, I was going to say that. Fiorentina and Real Betis.
Yeah.
And you're confident of winning that league, right?
Yep.
Oh, finally.
Yeah. We're talking about the Conference League. You're confident of winning that Conference League, Curtis?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Like, the only thing we can stop us us ourselves. Like, if we make mistakes against Betis, like a play because, yeah, we might laugh about Anthony, but him up on farm. You know, and Betis, you see them play already and them grimy away, so we have to go unite, with a winning mentality and
So
just
you guys have watched any games in that Conference League?
any other games, just ours. No time for watching the game.
Jason?
That's the Chelsea game now.
Simple.
Oh, we
I
think you're
mean,
gonna play that time.
the top side not playing, not the big side not really playing. Just,
Yeah, that's why I asked. That's why I asked him if you want to talk about it, because I know they have some farmer worker there playing that league and some bartenders.
Wi-Fi password, just give me a trophy and done, yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. That should be the enough of the channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm out.
All right.
Right.
Champions of Europe.
Big
You'll
up.
never
You'll
sing that.
Never
never
sing
see
that.
that.
You'll
You'll
never
never
sing
sing
that.
that.
Let's sing
Champions
it.
of
Trust the
Europe.
process.
You'll
Trust the
never
process.
sing that.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
Okay,
Later on, bro.
Big up. Big up.
then.